Hello everybody, today is 11th of March and as always we're going to tell the pain story. This pain story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So are you ready? Let's get started. What is this? It's a pen. What do we use this pen for? To write. Now, there's a dog inside the room. I'm going to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, but for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm gonna put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Is it still a pen or a chewing toy? Oh, it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year, he is also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this thing currently on the table, when there is no human, no dog, it is almost nothing, or it has the emptiness. However, as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time and we both look at this at the very same time, what does this thing become? Oh, it becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, when there is no human, no dog or nothing to interact with, it comes back to its true self and we call it the emptiness. However, because it has the emptiness, it also has the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this one as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted the seed into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways, okay? By your word, by your action, by your thoughts, especially when you try to help other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this and I'm gonna say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give it to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this palm will open up. And both me and my friend will see it and it start living back in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has already been planted into our mind. And now it's pop up and open up for me to see this as a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen, and anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there's several new lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. And we're gonna go into the reverse chronicle lesson, okay? So the first lesson first is how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first you have to know what you want to achieve in your life first. And then second, you start planting those seeds using your word, your action, your thoughts to other people. So for instance, if you want to have happiness, you have to plant the happiness seed using your word, your action, your thought toward other people, helping yourself and other people getting happier. If you want to have prosperity, then you use your word, your action, your thought, helping yourself and other people to get richer. And if you want to have wisdom, then you use your word, your action, your thought, helping other people to get why so? And just like that, whatever that you want to have in your life, like your health, your action, your thought, helping other people and yourself to get healthier. And just like that, your word, your action, your thought, your current word, action, and thought at this very moment is what gonna create your future life. So be very mindful of what you are thinking about, what you are talking about, and what you are doing, because all of that will be the one that actually dictate your future life. And the third lesson is that, everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us, because we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind using our word, action, our thoughts. So again, our word of action, our thoughts is what create our life. So be very mindful of that and be responsible. And the second is that along with the animals, we all have limitless potential. So we learn to trust our potential, although everyone surrounds us potential and whatever happened to us potential. And when we learn that, we also learn to cherish every moment, because each and every moment, anything can happen at that moment. And that is the only moment that we can enjoy, because and the next moment something gonna change, right? And the first lesson is you know is both correct. So we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. And we know that everyone, when they do something, everything, when they do something, they have their own reason for doing it. So instead of jumping into the conclusion or running the subtitle when we watch something, we should just sit back and then think about it, and then try to listen to them, try to understand them, and then at that time we try to love them more and we try to give them. And then that is where we can get the seed of happiness. And the lesson that I want, that I listen, like this morning I went to on the bus ride, I actually listened to another another page stories. And one of the things that really echoing to me is the part that, when you learn to listen, you learn to um understand, to be understanding, you learn to love other people. That is when you have the set of happiness. And that is the same lesson that I've been listening to by Thích Nhất Hạnh, by teacher Thích Nhất Hạnh, is that, so um Buddha 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 lesson is that you learn to be wiser, to understand, to be more understanding. At that time, you learn to be more loving, and at that time you are being more happier. So that's the lesson that I would like to share with you all today. And also during my pen story telling today, I recognize that I'm not very mindful, especially when in the third lesson and the second and the fourth lesson, because I think I skipped the third lesson, a part of the third lesson, jumping right into the fourth lesson. So that is, I really believe that in every action that you are doing, if you are be very mindful, there will be a lot of lessons that you can learn from it. So I feel very grateful to be able to tell the pen story every single day. So I could I could recognize the lesson, either from the pen story or from the action, my action of telling the pen story, or everyone around me and listen to Lynn's story too. So thank you everyone for coming me in this 3,000-day journey. Thank you everyone for listening to me today. And if by me sharing with you the pen story, my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my clients, or to any living things in this world or any other worlds, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much, and I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.